Hey, what's up? It's BGSB. It's your boy Big Game James, the Buff Nerd J Stoggs. Let's go.
It's a dope groove.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about all things sports and everything related to it. Of course, we take the headlines and things of that nature that is going on in sports. I am Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why the show is called what it is, Big Game James. What up, dude? What's going on?
Stoggs, what's happening, man?
Man.
I might need a buff. I might need a buff nerd tutorial or something, dog. Because my stuff. I came up here early today. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of school. I'm
There
off.
you go.
I come up here, call myself getting everything together, and as soon as I get up here, technical difficulties. What the Sam Hill is going on?
I don't know, Joe. I know, bro. Look, I've been saying this.
Oh,
The Heat. I've been saying it.
hey man, the Heat win. Now, cousin Joe up on the show. Cousin Joe, I'm working on something for your Miami Heat too, man. Make sure you stay tuned for that. I will make sure I send it directly to you. But you know, big shout out to the Miami Heat because they almost choked and blew a good thing, and they finished
Almost
it off.
let it slip through their fingers.
Oh.
They did, man. But you know what? Jimmy Buckets is the deal. He's a real deal. And we're gonna talk about that and keep it on the court, of course, as well as some of the headlines that we have going on. But man, before we do that, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast.
Boy.
Your word of mouth helps us to grow and to get more people in here to chat with us, just like our guy Joe is doing. Make sure you chat back at us so we can chat back at you. Again, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure that you're getting on that BGSE network, Big Game Sports Entertainment network. This is where sports and entertainment collide. Got all kinds of stuff coming at you. We're going to have a Comic Palooza recap because now that I've overcome some of my sickness, you can kind of hear it. But man, it was a great event down in Houston. Absolutely loved it. Game is looking at me like, dude, you know you're supposed to be doing some things.
I mean, you know, you did. You went strong. 2 episodes in a row, man. I'm proud of you, dog. It'll be back one day.
Dude, it's coming back Thursday, as a matter of fact.
Maybe in the fall.
Thursday, because I'm getting over the sinus infection right now, buddy. Okay.
Hey, man. Ain't nothing but love for you, dog. I love you, man.
Anyway, make sure that you check out the other podcasts that we have on BGSE Network. Tomorrow will be the Chop Shop, which I will be on.
And I will not.
Go down. You know what? It's like Janet and Michael, right? You always see Michael, but you never see Janet. And when you see Janet, you don't see Michael. I think they're both the same. Anyway.
But you and I are definitely not the same person. I would have to walk around on my knees, you know.
Don't do that. Because then I have to go get pillows and stuff my shirt. Yeah, I did that. But make sure that you check us out on Wednesday for the.
I asked for that. I asked for that one.
You did.
I'll take it,
man. I'm coming back. Thursday, of course, we're gonna have Blerditude will come right at you with myself, Feral Sword, Jay Stoggs, Buff Nerd, and Chroma Cause. So we're gonna have like a little special deal, talk about Comic Palooza, and of course, Spider-Verse comes out Thursday, so we're gonna be talking about that. So I'm probably gonna sneak out of my job in somewhere and probably watch that. So
you don't have to go see it with your daughter. You can go see it by yourself.
Yes, I'm grown.
Or you just go see it twice and don't tell her you saw it already.
Basically, that's what's going to happen. That's basically what's going to happen. Yeah. And of course, catch Man Cave on Mondays with our boy A. Reed. Okay.
I mean, and I know we got to get started. A. Reed's 90s sitcom nostalgia show last night.
Yeah.
He hit on some stuff that was kind of cool, man. Take you way back. How far back? Way back.
Okay. All right.
I say way, but that wasn't that long ago. I'm just feeling really old now, thinking that the 90s is a long time ago.
But guess what? We're going to even do it even further back. We're going to go to the 80s. Tonight's top 5 is that top 5 80s sitcoms. Bro, this is tough.
Shoot.
Yeah. Didn't do it.
We got to get honorable mention tonight. We have to get at least one.
No. Top 5. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, because that's what you do, game. You do it every week.
Anyway, man, you ready to start this thing off, dog?
Man, let's go. It's time.
All right.
Before then. That's right. In 4 Downs, we take the top news, sports news and takes that are going on. And we try to break it down here and as we do it. First things first. Let's talk about these Golden State Warriors. Their GM, Bob Myers, steps down.
Man,
there's been a lot of speculation as far as, after that exit interview of what's going to happen with this team.
But I think this caught everybody off guard because Bob Myers, Jay, has won Executive of the Year several years running during this, the nice run that the Warriors had. Sure. And so for a while, everyone just speculated that he was going to sign the extension because he was offered a contract extension by Golden State Warriors to remain their general manager. And he was like, I humbly exit.
But I mean, he did say that, look, he's done all he can. And I think he's seen the writing on the wall. Like, it's over. It's over. It's
just like
everyone has caught up to Golden State in the West.
I'm not gonna say that, Jay.
Man, look, if you lose to the Lakers, who played a play-in game.
Okay, the Heat played a play-in game and made it to the championship. Don't do that.
The Heat are different. Hey, look, it's something about the Heat. They're just built different. They are built, and it's not even it's Jimmy Butler. They're built different. You talk about
all right. Let's not take away from this down and start talking about the Heat. But you're saying that because Golden State lost to a Laker team that was in the play-in, that
they should.
It's over.
What? It wasn't even that. It was the Golden State Warriors lost to a Lakers team they shouldn't have lost to.
Okay, let's take it deeper than that. Golden State's record on the road this year, you knew something was wrong with the team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But they couldn't win. They couldn't win on the road. Elevate Sean Livingston. Rumor has it he doesn't want to have to decide between Clay and Draymond. Yeah, maybe.
Well, hey, the word on the street is Dre trying to go down south to go kick it with Bron in LA. That's the word floating around right now.
I mean,
we
I
said
could
before.
See that.
Are they breaking the band up? Is Draymond going bye-bye?
I think all indications say that he is. Right, Clay doesn't want to go anywhere.
Let's get back to they're going to try to hold on to 2 of those 3 pieces to make them the cornerstone of the team until like they old folks, right? But only reason
that's not the only reason why they lost, Joe. Clay didn't show up per usual, and Poole thought he was what he was, but he's not.
Jordan Poole's like this. Put the money in the bag. He stole. He stole all that 140.
You think he stole it?
Anyway, I mean, the question at hand, though. Bob Myers, him being gone.
Yeah.
Can the Warriors still function and operate without him? Can they still be one of the teams in the West with him stepping down as GM? Because like right now, people saying like he's the architect, he's He's written the blueprint on how to evaluate talent and put teams together. You know, when a lot of people passed on Draymond, he took him in the second round.
Right.
Everyone said Clay was too little. I mean, Steph was too little. He took him. People said Clay was hurt. I mean, he did a lot of good things. He did. Is he going to be missed?
Here's what I say, and I'm gonna respond to what Joe is putting out there because I agree with one of the things he's saying. I believe they can because the team is still the team. It's still the team. That's the team. But here's the thing: that team has been that team for a while now. And when we talk about while, as far as basketball standards, right? They've basically been together for the past 8-9 years.
Some crazy like that. Yeah.
I mean, that's been that squad, right? So Bob to me is saying, hey, look, I put it together. I've won championships. It's time for me to move on to something different because maybe the challenge of trying to rebuild this is going to be different. Damn. Yeah, you can't discount him as long as you have Steph, but Steph can't carry your team. Steph cannot win you a championship.
Yes, he.
No.
Well, Steph alone?
Steph alone.
Name one player alone that can win a championship. I'll wait.
Everyone believes Jordan did it.
Man, Jordan had a great supporting cast around.
I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to do that. No, you're correct. You have to have another player to be there, like you said, a supporting character cast or whatever, but they got to do their job. Clay didn't do his. Poole didn't do his. Draymond is not what Draymond used to be, and he doesn't scare people. And now the refs and the league is looking for him to mess up. So he's now a detriment to the Warriors more than he is an attribute.
I don't think so.
Dude.
He helps. He does need to curve it and pull it in some, but Bob Myers, so we're saying even with the GM being gone, there's bigger problems than that. Do you think that the problems were too big internally that he wanted nothing to do with it, like Joe said, didn't want to have to make that decision and stepped away from it?
I think so, but that's kind of weak, don't you think?
That's not kind of weak. If that's the case, that's very weak because as a general manager, that's your job. It's your job to make the tough decisions.
Yes, I agree. That's what you're supposed to do. That's why they pay you the bucks. That's why you sit in that seat. And
the game would be hitting the horn like I'll be like Oprah, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Your ass gone too. Hey man, it be kind of go, player.
That's it. You know, make the decision. Did Clay play up to his potential or what he was supposed to do? Is Draymond too much of a distraction and not pulling his weight enough for us to say, you know what, you can't just hit people in the face and still be on the team and do what you did in the playoffs?
Well, you know, Kerr said that they never got over that.
They didn't.
And if that's the case, but okay, it's more than that. And we're not gonna turn this into a warrior talk. You know what I'm saying? Because we know the Warriors need a lot of different things, a lot of different pieces that can come in and help that team. If you keep Draymond there, it helps. If you lose him, I still think he can be replaced.
Yes.
You can't replace Steph.
No.
If Clay gets back to a healthy Achilles and out of his head, you can't replace Clay. Because when he's good, he's good. You'll take him.
He's good, he's good.
When he's good, he's good. Draymond can be replaced. Jordan Poole can be replaced.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. Hey, let's keep this train going then, baby. Bob Myers stepping down from Golden State. Golden State might be in trouble.
Second down. So apparently Arizona is just a dumpster fire and has just said, you know what? We're in a rebuilding year. I believe they're in a rebuilding phase because they released DeAndre Hopkins. I don't get it.
I don't either.
He's put out where he wants to go. And oddly enough, a lot of these places, they don't have room for him. They don't have the money for him. Or they just signed receivers. Like he talked about, he wanted to go to Buffalo. He wanted to go to, I believe, the Jets was another team that he talked about. I mean, they're all contenders, basically, which is great. That's where you want to go. But, yeah.
Man. So just looking at it, Jay.
Yeah. And I think New York, too.
Let's take where he wants to go out of the equation.
Okay.
Like, I still don't understand. I know there had to be some kind of trade value there. The Cardinals dropped the ball, but that's what the Cardinals did all season and all off season.
Yep.
And they dropped balls. Balls. But where do you see a good fit for DeAndre Hopkins? Because I've heard of some other teams. Well,
yeah,
I know other quarterbacks are coming out talking about one of them, Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. And then what about that Indianapolis Colts team that only have Michael Pittman Jr. really is that top dog at receiver? And I think that he has somewhere in him to contribute and to be a great wide receiver for a team. But where do you see a good fit for Hopkins?
I mean, man, look, Baltimore will be a good spot, but they just got OBJ up there, right?
But that's a 1-year deal. That's a 1 year. It's a high 1 year deal, but it's a 1 year, $13 million.
It's a high 1 year deal. They got another. I think they drafted a receiver or two. I mean, I just don't know. That's going to be a crowded room. I'm gonna tell you. And yes, this is me being biased. Yeah, Dallas would be a great spot for him. It'd be a great spot for him. You got CD on one side and D Hop on the other. You know, the fact that you have, broke leg out there. I mean, and you already released Washington.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Who the hell is broke leg?
You know who I'm talking about, man.
I just want to hear you say it.
I don't want to say his name.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're talking about Dallas, Joe. I don't know why you running comments.
My bad. My hand slipped. I'm going back over here.
Oh, it's been slipping a lot, bro.
I'm going back over here. Dog, you got your boy Michael Gallup, dog.
That broke leg. Broked up.
I know who you're talking about. I just want to hear you say his name, bro.
I don't want to say his name because if I say his name, then that means he stays.
He's staying. They just paid him. He can't go nowhere.
They'll release him. They'll take that dead cap money. You saw it. They did it with Zeke. They'll do it with anybody else, man.
But it's higher, I think, with this one because he just signed a deal 2 years ago now.
Nah. It's nah.
Somebody better get Uncle Jerry off the pen.
I mean, look, they have space for him though. They got the money for him. That's the thing. They got the money for him. They got like 22, 24 million sitting there for him. So you got a quarterback. You got a running back, possibly. But I think that's a good spot. Baltimore will be a good spot, but I think the room is too crowded for him. Carolina as a sleeper.
There's possibly no way if he can come play with CeeDee Lamb, he can go play with OBJ, dog. You're tripping, man. How can Baltimore be too crowded, but not be too crowded in Dallas?
Because we release receivers like that. We've been releasing receivers, man. We ain't got that many.
Baltimore don't have nobody but OBJ, and they got the your boy that used to play for the Jets and the Raiders. What's his name? I'm going to look it up. My brain's just, man, that's what happens when you play football, y'all. You get hit in the head, you just forget shit sometimes. I apologize.
No,
anyway,
man,
I'm about to pull the Baltimore Ravens.
They just got Zay Flowers in the. You got Zay Flowers or
Rashad Bateman. He's a slot. They need.
So
that.
What do you need? Hop?
He'll be another outside. Him and Odell.
You put him as a wide?
Why not?
I mean, Odell will be your man. That's an old receiver. That's some old. Yeah, you got Zay.
Look. Never mind, dog. I don't
look up what.
None. I got it. Why you right there? Contemplating.
They got Nelson Aguilar.
That's who it is. Nelson Aguilar, who I was thinking about. And Aguilar, and put like this. That's my point, though. If you get a chance to go get D-Hop, Aguilar, you can let that contract go. That money's not going to hurt you. Let that go.
But you just signed him.
Okay, you didn't know that Hopkins was going to be available. Hello.
Oof. That's tough.
Hey, we gotta let you go. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, but see you later. Bye-bye. Yeah.
That's just me, bro.
Dante Demons. I'm telling you, they got quite a few receivers.
Everybody got quite a few. You still gotta fill the room up for Cam. You didn't name you named three people that we heard of before, Jay, in that room in Baltimore. Come on, dog.
I just named three.
Read them comments.
Damn it, we'll take him.
The fans do not need him.
The issue in Miami land, in Miami-Dade, is not the receivers. It's your quarterback staying conscious. That's what you need. You need one of them. You need new helmets in Miami. That's what you need. And he plays on grass. So, I mean, you need new helmets in there. Get you some new helmets in Miami.
I know two was throwing up them gang signs.
That's wrong, sir. I'm not.
Oh shit!
I'm not laughing at that. Damn. When he's conscious, maybe.
Oh. Now I know we're not trying to get off topic. We ain't got no NFL deep talking here,
right?
But why did Dak make ESPN today saying that it's a do or die year for him?
That's every year though. Because it's Dallas. It's every year. Listen, for the past 27, now 28 years, every year we are picked to go to the Super Bowl. When we shouldn't be.
Man, y'all didn't get picked when
every year.
When Clint Stoner was your quarterback and Ryan Leaf, y'all didn't get picked, and Quincy Sanders. Come on, all you. Y'all wasn't picked to go to the Super Bowl.
Quincy Carter was our quarterback.
I said Quincy Sanders. My bad. Quincy Carter.
Quincy Carter. It was Quincy Carter. We had Achilles Smith. We've had Drew Bledsoe. We've had old Vinny Testaverde. Old Vinny.
Yeah, y'all had Vinny Testaverde that you was using a walker from the car to the facility when he got there. Yeah, Vinny was old.
Dude, and we were still picked to go to the Super Bowl. Like, no, we're not going. So
some of the NFL writers are just as delusional as the Cowboy fans.
No,
but my whole thing, Jay, and the reason I bring this up, is it fair to be on Dak's neck already and training camp hadn't even started yet?
Yes,
it is.
And I'll say it like this:
okay,
there are certain teams within sports. The expectation every year, regardless of what's going on, is championship or bust. LA Lakers is one of them. Boston, for whatever reason, is one of them. The Patriots were that way.
Unrealistic.
Dallas is that way. The Raiders. I'm just saying. Yeah, for some reason there's expectations.
Raiders ain't been good since Lester Hayes was playing.
Bro, I'm just telling Manchester United. That's another team, right? That's soccer, but
Ron
like every Brazil, like Brazil is supposed to win the World Cup every year, right? Because that's the expectation. And so when you get to the season and you're like, wait, we barely made the playoffs. Okay, we barely beat that team. Oh, we lost again. Oh, we lost like. Dude, it's sports. You're not, again, Giannis is my hero because my man said, just because I didn't make the finals doesn't mean this was a failure, a year that was a failure. You're just not going to win every year.
I understand that. I played the game at the highest level. I really do understand that. I guess more so, not even being a Cowboys fan, but just being a former player and understanding the game.
Yes.
People are already writing a narrative that Dak Prescott is going to do bad before the season even starts. And it bugs me. It bugs me that First Take had nothing else to talk about today, but had to do a segment of Dak Prescott in there. Now, somebody said this, Jay, and I want you to just tell me how you feel about this.
Yeah.
An NFL analyst came out and said that they believe that Brock Purdy is better than Dak Prescott.
because he beat him in the playoff. Because his team won against his team in the playoffs.
But is that a fair assessment? And I know when it comes to writers, it's screw fair. Fair has nothing to do with how things are tallied and done. I understand that. But I give you a hard time when y'all lose just because it's fun between friends having a good time talking crap about each other's team. But really knowing the game, studying the game, watching the game, some of the criticism that Dak gets is just not the same criticism you're gonna give.
No.
Okay, my man that we talk about, Kirk Kane, all the time, Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Kirk Cousins can do some of the same things, if not worse, than what Dak Prescott does, and the criticism isn't nearly the same at all.
Right. Hey, I'll give you another name. How about Josh Allen? Josh Allen, same stats, but he's a hero.
Hey, did you just try to pull? Oh, you did.
Yeah. Same stats.
I didn't pull up
hero.
on my side. Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
the difference is this. Even though he has same stats, he has more wins in playoffs. And that's the difference. And this is a team game. And unfortunately, it is put on the quarterback's shoulders whether the whole team wins or loses. Nope. Josh Allen is not a modern day Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly is better than Josh Allen because at least Jim Kelly went to the Super Bowl 4 times. Josh Allen ain't done that yet. I respect wins.
That sounded a little personal, Jay. But I respect your comment though, brother. I really do. He hadn't done what Jim Kelly has done yet.
He hasn't. Dak hasn't done what Aikman has done. And I get tired of people telling me that, oh, well, Dak is better than Aikman or Dak is better than Romo. And I'm not a Romo fan, but I'm going to tell you like this, man. When you look at stats, when you look at wins, when you look at, toughness, when you look at all those things, look, Dak is tough. I get that. Dak has good numbers. I get that, right? But at the end of the day, can you will your team to win? At this point, no. And here's the other part about Dak, right? That I say this about the team. I think Dak is one of the best human beings on the planet. Won't ever win. Buffalo window has closed? Yeah, probably.
Damn, like that?
Probably.
That window closed, Joe?
Probably.
Shit.
Which is sad because Josh Allen's pretty young.
Dude, I don't think the window's closed. I think Buffalo can improve still in that AFC. It's tough when you got to go against Kansas City, and they seem to keep making the moves. And Cincinnati seems like they're getting better as well, too. I got you. I feel you. But I still think they have a chance. I mean, I don't know. I don't give a damn. I'm still trying to figure out what my quarterback going to look like next year. Shit.
Well, there's that part. Hey, let's get into this third down, man. Because I know this is what Joe really wants to talk about. The Celtics crumbling in Game 7. Who do you blame? Let's just start at the head coach.
That's the part
and then,
right there.
And then we can work our way around.
Jay Stoggs.
What's up?
Did we or did we not say a few weeks ago that Joe Mazzulla, like, even though he inherited a team, he showed. All right, let's just say this too. After Game 3, they were ready to fight each other in the locker room. Total dysfunction. They come back and tie the series up. They lose. Yes, I know Tatum got hurt last night. But at the same time, they look like they had no real game plan, and the style of offense they've been running this entire year, like Charles Barkley said best, is talent ball. Talent ball. They are winning and playing straight off of talent and not doing any. When Marcus Smart is running your point, that's the first problem. If they don't go address the point guard need this all season, they better call Fred VanVleet.
But here's okay. And Joe makes a good point. Same team for the last 5 years, just like we've been talking about with the Golden State Warriors. But here's the deal as well. The style of play to me was so bad. When you're 7 of 30 whatever from threes, why are you still jacking them up? Why are you still doing that? Attack them. If you look, get Bam Adebayo in the foul trouble. If you can't do that, and you got Tatum and Brown, what are we doing here? And Tatum got hurt.
What's up, man?
Good to see you, my guy.
Hey, man.
I believe Agent Zero said best 2 forwards, 2 guards, and an old man in the middle. Hey, I mean,
yeah, he's right. Barkley was on point last night, Joe. You're right. And as crazy as Charles Barkley can be sometimes, he said it right. And even Shaq said, I would go and punch my teammate in the face if they kept shooting the ball after missing. What was it? 0 for 10 in the first quarter from 3-point land, and they kept shooting it. Get to the because as a shooter, you have to make a shot to get your confidence and to get hot. So move it in. Take a better shot. Make a shot. And that comes down to coaching to me.
Yes. Man, they were coming down the court, and there may be one person on the wing, and they just jack it up. They just jack it up. And it's like, what are you doing? Take 2 steps in and shoot the ball.
Right.
Take 2 steps inside. Yes, it's a 2-pointer, but take 2 steps in, get comfortable rhythm. It was sad to see. It was frustrating. And here's the thing. I don't care if Boston wins or loses. And I don't care if Miami wins or loses. I don't. But what I don't want to see is bad basketball. And to me, last night was bad basketball. That was bad basketball. That was bad.
Yeah, that basketball was horrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Jaylen Brown is out. No way they pay him $259. No.
I don't agree with that, Joe. You would think Jaylen Brown is up this year for the Supermax, $259 million over 5 years. They can still sign him now to lock him in just in case they can't get a sign and trade out of it later. But it's a young core. He's 25 years old. Tatum is 24 years old, or 26 and 25, whatever the two are.
Yeah.
They need a point guard in place, and they need a coach that can help get them to facilitate it right. I don't think it's necessarily you need to break them up. They both could be on the court at the same time, but you need a real point guard and not Marcus Smart running it if they're going to have any success.
But here's what I don't get, man. If obviously Brown cannot handle the ball in pressure situations. We saw that last night.
Yeah, we saw some turnovers from me, but at the same time, you're asking your 3 to handle the ball all the time. Like, it doesn't need to play through them. That comes down to management and coaching. They got to get this shit right.
I'm not saying he's LeBron, but LeBron does it. He's a point forward. We have point forwards now. That's a position in the league.
Stop, Jay. Listen to what you said. No.
Yeah.
Let's stop. Listen to what you said. Yeah. I shouldn't say it. LeBron does it. LeBron. We just had the conversation about him last week being one of the best basketball players to ever walk this earth. LeBron can do things that Jaylen Brown is not going to be able to do. And handling the ball and bringing it up, obviously, is one of them things.
But Tatum can do it. But Tatum can do it. Why isn't Tatum bringing the ball up?
The playoff screens sometimes, like, you got them playing up top, outside the elbow, behind the 3-point line, never running off the screens, never getting open, never slashing to the basket to make their job.
No, because they all jacking up threes. Horford is sitting out on the perimeter.
And that old ass just sitting out there looking like somebody's uncle on the front porch trying to shoot the goddamn ball. What the hell, man?
But at least he's making it because he was the only one.
Nah, the big forehead ass boy was the only one hitting shots last night.
White was making it too, yes.
White, and I don't know why. I don't usually dislike people. White was on my goddamn nerves last night.
It's because it's the headband and the hair, man. It's what it is for you, bro.
Joe, Brogdon disappeared. There was a Where's Waldo and an APB out for that fool this series. Come on, dog. Brogdon ain't been good since he left Indianapolis.
Joe, he is. He's got to at this point. They're going to break that team up.
Horford is a season too late. Although I like that cat, but hey, man, this is my whole thing. If I don't necessarily, and I put this in here because we asked who should we blame for Boston crumbling. They did a good job of tying it up, getting 3-3. Like they said last night on TNT, there's a reason no one has ever won that last game because there's a lot of factors that go into it. And let's just say what it is. They blew their load getting to the game. Like they were done already.
Yeah.
They were done by the time they got to that point. It was nothing else that could be done for them. Legs were gone. Tatum gets hurt. It's over. It's over. So I still blame Missoula. I just don't think that he's ready. He was ready for the moment, and he made no adjustments. Even when they won in Game 6, that he played horrible.
Yes.
Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler combined to go 9 for 32 from the field or whatever it was.
And almost won.
The game. It just so happened that boy forehead was so big, the ball touched it and went back in.
Damn. Yeah. Listen.
I'm going to leave White alone.
All you
people that got big ass foreheads, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm so sorry.
Yes, he is. He's talking directly to you.
He back here with it.
Man, let's get to this fourth down. We didn't spend so much time over here. Fourth down. Spence versus Crawford. It is finally final. They are finally going to fight. Do you think this is going to live up to the hype?
I think so.
It has to.
I think so. I think.
But I think so too.
I has no choice but to live up to the hype because
right.
A lot of people said that Bud Crawford was scared. Other people said that he just wanted the bigger purse. I don't know what it was, but for him to come out and just say, "Hey, y'all, it's finally here. We're doing this." I wish I could play the video. I'll post it to our social media pages. But I just think that this is the fight because people try to make a lot out of that Lomachenko. Hey, that fight was so bad, and Lomachenko got cheated. Joe said Spence and but I think this is going to be a good fight. I think everybody's waiting to see it, and I don't think we'll be disappointed.
No.
And I can see that, Joe, because if you look at it, Errol Spence is younger. Bud Crawford is getting up there in age. He hadn't been tested in a long time, and I think this is going to be a tough test for him, man. But I'm still not going to count Crawford out, though.
No, I mean, I like the fact that these are two boxers. They know how the fight game is going and how to do it. And so I don't see it as a Pacquiao Mayweather type of fight where you have one guy that's like way like Pacquiao was done. They should have fought earlier. But
it was way too late by the time they fought. You're right.
But I think this is one of those fights where you're getting guys, at a good time in their careers where it's like, look, like you say, Crawford still has something in him. Spence is right there. He may have, I don't know, 4 or 5 more fights in him. I don't think he has a lot more myself. But, I think this is going to be good. I'm going to get it, maybe. Probably.
Will you be tuned in?
I will be tuned in. Yes, I will. I will be there. Because if it's not, it's going to make me say, right? Go ahead and hit that button, man. It's going to make me say, if it don't live up to the hype.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the portion of the podcast where we look at stuff that happens throughout the week in sports and it makes us say, oh, hell no. You want to go first, man? I'll go first.
I'll go first. It's just, and I wanted to get to this a little bit sooner, and we didn't, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard has been all over social media lately, calling old teammates out, calling people out, but now saying that him in his prime is better than Nikola Jokic. And now, Jay, I will say this. I was a Dwight Howard fan. I was an Orlando Magic Dwight Howard fan early in his career. I thought Dwight could be like the next Shaq. The game changed. He changed. It didn't really quite work out that way, but still taking nothing away for what Dwight Howard did in those dominant years in the NBA. But Come on, man, stop it. What Nikola Jokic does and the way he does it to make it look effortless, Dwight Howard at his best was nowhere close to this. He can post up, he can fade away, he can up and under, he can shoot the three, he can get rebounds. He's a walking triple double as a big. There's no way in hell, and can pass the ball. Dwight Howard, you were a dominant force in your prime, but you, my friend, nowhere close to a prime Jokic. Nowhere.
No, not at all. Keeping in the same association, mine is Jaylen Brown. And you may say that's not fair and that's not right. I'm just going to do this. This was from last night's game. He went 8 for 23.
Ooh,
field goal. That's what he did. 8 for 23. 34% shooting.
Wow.
He was 1 for 9 from threes. Remember what I said? If you're not shooting threes well, stop jacking them up. Get inside, right? 2 for 2 on the 3 free throws. What does that tell you? He's not going in, right? He's not slashing. He's a slasher. That's what he should do. But here's one of the problems of that. How about 8 turnovers? Bro, when you said, yeah, you had a couple, we had a few. No, 8 turnovers. If you are a guard, if you're a shooting guard, if you're a guard of whatever, right? Your job is to handle the ball. You are not going to win when you yourself have 8 turnovers. And I think the team had someone like 16, 17 turnovers, man. You're not going to win. This is game 7. This is what you get up for, right? Dude.
Boy.
Hell no, Jaylon. Hell no. What you doing?
Good one. Good point, Jay. And yeah, Jaylen Brown does have to be better. And he talked about that. Dwight Howard, quit leaving them and quit calling out your old teammates, talking about come on over to Taiwan, boy. Quit playing. You keep going over there dominating, getting that Chinese money. That did I say it's Taiwan?
Taiwan, yeah.
Taiwanese, if it ain't, yeah. Just get that bread.
Their independence, yes.
Okay. Get your money, enjoy yourself, have fun. Quit smoking Achiever talking about you better than Jokic, because you're not. Nowhere close.
Man.
At all.
That's Scottie Pippen talk. Hey, let's get on to keeping on the court. Hurt people.
Yes.
That was going to be my other one, but I'm tired of talking about him too.
Yeah, right. I don't want to give him no love. I'm sick of talking about that fool.
There you go. For this week's Keep It On The Court, of course, we're going to preview the Heat versus Nuggets. They tip off Thursday in the NBA Finals. They got the Nuggets. Man, Vegas got the Nuggets. Like, they already planning a parade in Denver right now.
Now, Jay, and I know we got to go through this in order, but, they pulled up a stat earlier today. Over the last 5 seasons, they play each other twice a year. They are 1-9. The Heat's 1-9 versus the Nuggets. And Jokic has averaged a double-double over the last 5 seasons against the Miami Heat. Granted, they got some different people, but the way Bam Adebayo played last night, if he played like that against Joker, whoo, Jesus. He going to be barbecue. What's Shaq like to say? Hey, the barbecue chicken. And the barbecue chicken. He gonna be barbecue chicken, dog.
I like that barbecue. It's pretty good. I'm gonna tell you this. What's going to Barclays is going to barbecue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're gonna bake them up. And Murray has found his place and spot on this team. Has figured out, I think, where he fits here. And the rest of that squad has. Look, I'm not saying it's a sweep. Joe, I think you by yourself on this Heat in 6.
Now,
I ain't seeing it.
Now stop.
I'm not.
I will say this. Miami has made me a believer to the fact that I can't count them out. But okay, Michael Porter is a weak link, Y'all ain't okay just because Caleb Martin just started playing good for y'all. Don't trip. They still got Gordon that can contribute. They got
Yes, sir.
Contivious Caldwell Pope. Who are the boy that used to be
Yeah.
because I play for them.
Yeah.
They got Murray. They got Joker. They got enough people. Their bench is way deeper than the Heat bench.
Hey, those are facts. And that's the part that I think a lot of people are, discounting, because here's the thing. Yes, Jimmy Buckets is Jimmy Buckets. Bam Adebayo and Joker, man, look, we already know what that is. And then the other cat, I can't remember his name, but he talk a lot of noise, shoot a lot of threes. But man, if they get cold, it's over with. Because past that, who you got? And Lowry, I didn't realize how old he was. I did not realize.
Yeah, Kyle Lowry up there now, man.
He's like 36, 37 years old.
Yeah, he up there. Because think about how many years he played in Toronto before you even knew who he was.
Right. True.
And then he got DeMar DeRozan, and you heard about him a little bit, but yeah, it was a little bit after the fact, man.
Yeah. So, and then who you got coming off the bench? Udonis Haslem?
Don't do that, dog. Don't do that. Hey, man. Okay. Udonis Haslem.
He's on the bench.
The other night when they was up like by like 1 million, the crowd started calling for him. Do you see his face? He wanted no parts of that court. Jay, you know you're not going to the game when your warm-ups is tucked into your socks and your socks go into your knees. Udonis Haslem had about as much chance of getting in the game as I did. And I wasn't even in the arena.
But these are facts, Joe. These are facts. Okay. He just look. He on the bench. He taking up somebody's spot right now.
Hey, no, he had to get that bonus money.
I mean, I hear you, man. Get your money. Hey, I never will take anyone. I don't get your bag. But I'm just saying, I'm looking at that bench and I'm saying, who you got that can match up with theirs? And so what you just heard was Udonis Haslem with his foot spa on the bench. Because that's
hey, but at the end of the day, Jay, thank you, right? I just think that the Nuggets have too much. Ain't gonna be too deep for the Heat, and I think the Nuggets are gonna be.
Yep,
they're gonna be popping that champagne.
They're gonna get that first one. Nick Nurse picks the Sixers over Suns. Surprise?
I am. Like for how he is, I think it says more about maybe it being a problem in Phoenix, more of a problem than we know. To go and pick Joel Embiid, who's the league MVP this year, deservedly so. Not knowing what you're gonna get out of James Harden, if he's gonna sign back or if he's gonna defect back to Houston, and then nothing really else there. So, don't you think it'd be more to build on in Phoenix than it would be in Philadelphia? I mean, in Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think you're. Oddly enough, I think you're closer in Phoenix. I'm sorry, you're right. I think you're closer in Philly than you are in Phoenix.
Okay.
I think you have to look at Booker and you have to look at KD. And past that, what do you have? I think we can all agree that Chris Paul is pretty much done.
Yeah, he's done. I think so.
And then DeAndre Ayton is not going to show up for you in the playoffs. So that's cold. Who else is there in Phoenix that's going to rise up and help your squad?
I think Ayton gonna get sent to the Mavericks.
I think you're right. And 2 years ago,
you would have taken him. Yeah.
But now, nah. Only Mark Jackson can fix Phoenix. Ayton is the problem. He solved. He is solved.
Hey, hey, pin that comment for when we get to that fourth point in this segment. That way we can go to it. Do you know how to do that?
No.
But yet you want to run the comments.
Because you told me to.
You're right. I did. There you go. So now just look for that star when we get to that point in this and pull it back up.
Okay.
That's all. That's the only reason I told you to do that. But
thank you.
That's a very good point, Joe. Very good point. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Bucks hire Adrian Griffin. If you didn't know, he was an assistant to Nick Nurse in Toronto for the past couple seasons here. Big deal.
Is this the right hire? I still don't see why the last 2 seasons the Bucks have fallen so far off from their championship run.
Injuries. I think it's injuries.
Okay. So maybe this guy, I'm happy for this brother being a long-time assistant, wanting to be a head coach and finally getting that chance.
Yeah.
He gonna have the right pieces to put around Giannis to actually have the success. That's the whole point. And this,
I think so, but I think again it comes back to
because I think Chris Middleton looks done.
May not have Middleton, Lopez free agents.
Yeah.
No, I think you'll have Middleton. I think you'll have Lopez. I don't think he goes anywhere else.
I think you can let Middleton go because he looks like he's on a decline. Not just playing bad, but he looks like he's at a point in his career where he's not going to be what he was in that championship run. I think Holiday and Giannis will do what they need to do, build around them. But I think it's time for Middleton to go.
I like Middleton. I think the thing is that he has to be healthy. He has to stay healthy. So they got to figure out some kind of regimen. And I know I'm going to say a phrase you absolutely hate. So do I, but load management.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think there has to be something that has to happen for him in this situation. Last one. Suns. Who should they target to run that dumpster fire of a program down there?
Joe said the name I was thinking about when I came up with this. When I say Nick Nurse turned it down.
Yeah.
Who else can come in and probably demand to get the most out of the players? A lot of people said this, like they're gonna have some say the stars with Booker and KD. You don't need no goddamn say. Your stars need to just you need to go get somebody that can help get them going. I think that's a name, and I believe other people are going to say Doc Rivers is a name, but I think Mark Jackson should get a shot at this team.
Listen, Doc Rivers should go into commentating. That's what I think.
Doc done, dog.
He's done.
Okay.
He's done.
I won't argue that. I won't argue that, dog.
He's had stars. He's had players, and has never been able to break through with the exception of that one team
in Boston.
And yes, Joe, I agree. Doc is done. It's just where does he go? He cannot build a team.
Funeral march music.
But yeah, man, I don't see. Yeah, I wouldn't put him in Phoenix. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. That's rebuilding. They need to rebuild. And if it's around Booker, fine. If you're gonna put Booker and KD, fine. But nah, they're gonna have to figure that out. All right, folks, it's that time.
Oh,
favorite part of every Wednesday.
Ow.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
That's right. It is time for the top 5. Now, some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50, a top 25. Some even punk out and do a sissy top 10. But not here at Big Game Sports Buzz. No. We don't play them booty games. Top 5. Who's in? Who's out? Medicine tonight.
It was going so well, and oh my god, I hadn't heard that in so long, man. Oh shoot! Hey, the thoughts
Let's
expressed
go.
by
Top-
Chase Dogs is totally separate of those.
That's it.
BGSB
Top
network.
5 80s sitcoms. Who's your top 5 80s sitcoms? Let's go, Big Game. And no
Hey.
honorable mentions. Don't you do it. Don't you slide it in.
Shut up. Hey, so and no knock, no stealing, but shout out to our boy A. Reed, host of Man Cave Mondays. He did a 90s show. And then so when we were talking about our top 5, it was like, yo, let's take it to the 80s. We're a little bit older than Reed. Let's go back another decade and come up with a top 5 80 sitcoms. And
Do it.
this was as hard as J Stogg's beer. Sorry.
It'll be
Anyway.
great again in a couple of weeks.
Just for men, boy, looking good over there, dog. God dang. He got that jet black just for men. All right, sorry.
What you know about it?
That jet black. Shit, look, I need that jet black right now. All right, so I'm gonna go from 5 to 1 like I did old school wise because this list was like that. Number 5, Silver Spoons, Ricky Schroeder, Alfonso Ribeiro. That was a great show. Silver Spoons, I loved it. Number 4, Who's the Boss? Tony Danza. But that's where Alyssa Milano, you know her name. Just that. Different Strokes. What you talking about, J Stoggs? Love that show. It was a staple every Saturday night in the Canada household. 2, Cheers. Norm, Sam Malone, the mailman, Coach. And then when Woody Harrelson came in with his character, Cheers was funny as hell to me. And number 1, without a doubt, The Cosby Show.
There it is.
Bill Cosby, y'all can say what you want. It was a witch hunt to get an old man in jail because he was about to start doing things that the network didn't want done as far as about being a black man with his own TV network. Anyway, long story short, that's my top 5, dog. Man. And these and 5s, do you know, dude, but you know, that's what your boy got right there, man.
Yo, good list. Jefferson's a bit 70s. They did bleed into the 80s, so I'll give you that, man.
Jefferson's they made my list. They started in 71 and went to 79.
Bro, amen. Greatness right there.
Yes.
Gosh, this is tough. This is hard. I can't put them in 5 to 1. I never do. So whatever. I'm gonna go with the same ones that you did because they were absolutely fantastic. Cheers is Cheers. I mean, the theme song still plays and it still slaps.
You got people that go to Boston just to take a picture in front of the damn Cheers sign, dog.
I'm gonna go do. Cosby Show. Come on. It's the Cosby Show. It's the Cosby Show. So many moments. People still quote Cosby Show to this day. Maybe it's just me, but I know
Gordon Gartrell, dog. Gordon.
Man.
Hey, I still want to make a bacon burger dog. Remember that? They never showed it, but it was always like, yo, Dad, a bacon burger dog.
A bacon burger dog.
I looked at my mama like, Mama, you know how to make a bacon burger dog? And she's like, I don't know what no damn bacon burger dog is.
Bro, that's it. Another one for me, and it was mentioned here by Joe. Yes, Family Matters. I had to put that on my list, man, because that's.
But Family Matters was more 90s to me. It fell into the 90s. It started like in 90s.
In the 80s. It started in the 80s, so it is there. Different World. Different World was another show for me. Again, bled into the 90s a little bit, but definitely started in the 80s. Man.
That's why I didn't put it on mine, but that's a great show, Jay. Great.
It's awesome, bro. Trust me, there's so many.
My parents love me.
Hey.
Franklin.
And then finally, Family Ties. Now look, listen, I know.
Family Ties was a great show though, dog.
Family Ties, that was
Michael. Hold on, that was Michael J. Fox, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Phat Boi.
Hey,
I'm gonna, when we get done, I'm gonna tell you two that I have written down. I just want to see your face when I say them.
Man, no, I'm gonna tell you the ones that I marked out as well. Look, put the ones that you have in the chat. We would love to see those because definitely, and I'm sure the game is gonna put his there.
No. I'm not gonna do that, man, because you talk about me, dog. I'm not writing nothing down. No extra. I'm not sneaking it in. That's my list. It was hard, like I said, but it's like 4 other ones that was like right there. Man. I had 9 written down. I was like, I can't do it. Listen, like, Jay gonna talk about me.
Listen, I got another 5. I got another. If we do this again, I got another top 5 list. So whatever it is, whatever it is. So I'm Jay Sox, the Buff Nerd. Make sure that you check out the other podcasts on BGSE Network, Big Game Sports Entertainment, and of course, look, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Happy Memorial Day for all those that gave that ultimate sacrifice. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you for everything that you've done and the families that you left behind. We're still praying for you and love you.
Peace.
Dope. It's a dope groove.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with